Hello there, bad company. Before we get started on my video, I'm going to go in early with begging for you to like and subscribe. Normally I'd leave this until the end of the video, but not everyone makes it that far. So, while you're still up and active, please take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, have hit the like button, and have made sure to receive all notifications, otherwise YouTube has a tendency to bury videos like these. With the most demeaning aspect of my job out of the way, let's talk about expeditions. Expeditions are new repeatable missions originally planned to arrive this winter, but now delayed until next year. And that's all we know. Literally, that one sentence covered every shred of info, so it's all speculation from here on out. For this reason, I'm making a video talking about what I want from this new content when it arrives next year. And what I want is quite simple. I want expeditions in Fallout 76 to be just like expeditions in Far Cry New Dawn. And I'm not the only one who has suggested this. Bundercott released a video a while back where he spoke about Fractured Steel as a whole, and what he wants to see from it. In that video he made the initial comparison between Fallout and Far Cry when it comes to expeditions, so shout out to him for coming up with the idea before I'd even played New Dawn. It's all well and good saying, hey, Fallout should just do what Far Cry did, but that doesn't help if you haven't seen what the game does, so let's take a look at expeditions in Far Cry New Dawn. To start an expedition in New Dawn, you must first speak to Roger Cadoret. He's sort of French, alright, and je ne parle français, so deal with it, alright. He's the helicopter pilot located at your home base. After conversing with him, a new mission becomes available in the menus. Select the new mission and Roger will transport you to a new world space. In this new location, your goal is to find a package, steal it, and escape back to the helicopter with it. What this generally entails is sneaking or fighting your way through to the rough location of a package, picking it up, and then running to the extraction point. A short timer starts after collecting the package, and once it runs out, your position is alerted to all enemies. There's also a timer before the helicopter reaches the extraction site, so you have to hold out while the enemies attack your position. Survive for long enough and the helicopter will land, letting you escape with the package intact. Fly back home and get a bunch of useful items as a reward for your services. After completing each expedition, a new location will open up to go to, allowing for a variety of new world spaces to explore. Additionally, you can go back to an already completed expedition and tackle it at a higher difficulty, facing tougher enemies this time around, but with the promise of greater rewards if you succeed. These are simple yet fun and repeatable quests to undertake within the game. While not a main focus or a requirement to beat the game, they add some more variety and another way to get materials that you will have need of. Two things I regularly see requested in regards to Fallout 76 is more quests for players to spend their time completing, and new spaces outside of the current in-game map. By making 76's expeditions similar to what Far Cry New Dawn does, both of these requests would be met. Maybe not to the extent of making it a complete game changer, but certainly enough to give plenty of regular players more options for what to do when they boot up the game. Of course, simply showing off how they work in New Dawn might not be enough for you. Right now you're probably thinking, sure Sarge, that's how things look in Far Cry, but if I'm going to be convinced that this is a good idea, then I'm probably going to need you to recreate the same kind of thing in a previous Fallout game, using editing to make it appear like a real mission, and maybe even have that YouTuber you mentioned earlier cameo in some way. Well, you are not going to believe this, but that's exactly what I've done. So here we are, about to go on our first expedition. The Brotherhood has returned to Appalachia, and is looking to send out its new recruits to gather advanced technology outside of a local area. To start off, we're going to need to speak to the pilot.
Hey there, I'm Ronald. I pilot the vertibird for the Brotherhood. I hear that you're willing to help us retrieve some tech, is that right? Perfect. We've narrowed down the location to an island up north. Hop in the back and I'll get you to where you need to go.
After a short flight, and an inevitable loading screen, we arrive in a small isolated area, away from the main game space. Here we have to search the land for the tech, fighting off enemies as we go, and making sure to not fall in combat or else we forfeit our rewards. Once we find the package, it's a case of waiting for the vertibird to return to our location and pick us up. Of course, the local wildlife might not be happy with all the commotion our presence has created, so we'll need to destroy the creatures before we can escape. With the enemies disintegrated and the tech in our hands, it's time to head back to West Virginia.
Good work on that job. Let's get you back to West Virginia.
And there you have it. That is exactly how expeditions will look when they arrive in 2021. I assume so anyway. If anyone at Bethesda wants to clue me in early and point out which parts are different, then I'd be happy to have them DM me on Twitter, @ABadCompanySarge. As for the rest of you, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to give it a like, and maybe even share it around with some of the communities you're a part of. If you want to become a part of Bad Company, our community here, then all you really need to do is make sure you've clicked the subscribe button. You can also turn on all notifications if you want to catch every upload, and join the Discord through the link in the description to engage further with the community. Videos like these take a huge amount of time and effort, so a couple of thank yous to end the video. First up, thanks to Bundercott who did the voice for our Brotherhood pilot. His channel is in the description below, so go over and leave him a comment if you enjoyed his performance. A huge thank you also needs to be given to my patrons who support me each and every month over at patreon.com/badcompanysarge. These high investment videos aren't possible to make without them supporting the channel financially, so they definitely deserve praise for this video being more than just an idea in my head. And, as always, thanks to all of you for watching to the end. Sarge out.